So here's why I am doing more to embed all of my YouTube videos onto my website and take all of my live videos over to Facebook, from Facebook over to YouTube, and then YouTube and embed in my site. Let me tell you why it's important to have these in multiple places. And I've been saying this for years, but I'm putting more effort into it. I'm actually going to hire someone to come in and do some of this work, and it's a lot of content. But I figured, let me tell you guys a little bit behind the scenes of why I'm doing this, so you don't have to be like me and wait for too long to do this kind of work. So first of all, let's talk about why have things on YouTube. YouTube is the number 2 search engine. So we already know, and you guys are here, so you searched and you found me. We already know that having things on YouTube itself is valuable and has some value to it. So YouTube is the number 2 search engine. You're going to get found in YouTube for the topics that you talk about. I do think YouTube is better for like not DIY, but like showing stuff and showy type of content, not always just talking, although you guys are listening to me. But I realize that YouTube is better for certain things. So content that fits the bill for YouTube, you should definitely put it onto YouTube. Why embed it onto your site? Here's the reason why, because your goal should always be to get traffic to your business. Yes, you will get found on YouTube, but more importantly, when you get found in the search engines, you want them to come to your site. When you share the video with others, you want to share from your site. So you want that to be on your site, because here's a couple of things you can do on your site that you can't do on YouTube, at least not as easily. First of all, on your site, you can make sure that the only related videos that they see on the side or the bottom or any of the other things are yours. So you keep them in the matrix of your business. You can also give them a pop-up so they can automatically sign up for your thing. I don't have to listen to your video and say, go here to sign up, which I'm going to tell you guys, if you want to learn more about this kind of stuff, go to girlgetvisible.com/challenge and either get my current challenge or on the wait list for my next challenge, because I've got one coming, right? So those are things you can do only on your site. Only on your site can you like have a pop-up or have it on the side so they can see it, but have it persistent in their view so that they don't forget to sign up. Yes, I'm going to tell you to go to girlgetvisible.com/challenge, but I'm realistic that only a small percentage of you guys will actually make it there. It's just the nature of the beast. That's just how this works. You're watching videos, you're here to learn content. This me telling you to go to my site is going to take you out of that. You can resolve that if you send people directly to your site though, right? So it makes sense to make sure that your videos are on your site. Second thing is when other people are on your site, now they're going to go to a page or go to a post that has a video embedded. So you're actually upping your YouTube time by just having a well-run site that people are looking at different content, people are seeing different things, because every video, and I embed my video, so I'm still getting my YouTube watch minutes and hours on my site when people are watching me say whatever it is I'm going to say on my site. Third thing is the actual content that you can put around it. Now, I know YouTube puts a little description and you could make it a long description, but really, who's reading that? And especially most people who, like me, are watching YouTube on their phone, that they have to like click that link in order to open up the description, and then you got to scroll down. Most people aren't going to do that. So all that valuable text, all that explanation, all the information that you're giving is really getting lost. So when they come to your site, they're not getting lost. It's right there with the video. I even like to introduce my videos, then embed my video, then have like some other additional information. So I'm making sure that they see the information that I want them to see. Also, the search engines see that too. So the search engines see what I'm talking about in these videos, and they see that, oh, this is what the video is about. Because as of right now, they still are not watching videos. They have some AI things going on there where they can see some of the videos. They have some videos that got transcripts, but they're not fully watching your 100% watching your videos. So if you've got some really dope keywords and really dope content in your video, you want to make sure you also mention it in the notes around it. And if you go to my SEO writer, another plug, go to my SEO writer. It's a tool that will help you to make sure you are writing those notes, writing that email around your video that much easier. So those are 3 reasons why I want to make sure that my content is not only on YouTube, but bringing it over to my site. So that's the reason why I want to bring it over to my site. Now let's talk about Facebook. A lot of us go live on Facebook or do videos on Facebook or Facebook first, because it's right there, it's immediate. You get the engagement popping for that moment and you're super excited about it, you love it. But then what happens after a while, and a short while, sometimes days or sometimes hours, that video on Facebook no longer gets any traction. Facebook is designed to give people the latest and the greatest. They want to show the latest and greatest unless you run ads to it. We're talking about the ad-free, like cheap way, right? So we don't need to run ads to it. But Facebook is not going by based on search results or based on keywords or based on any of those things that we use. Facebook is saying, what's the latest and greatest videos out? So when you do a video, like I'm doing a video right now, within hours, days, it's going to say, okay, no longer the latest and greatest, and it's going to show you some other videos. It's going to show you some other content. So what happens is if you look at your insights, you'll see the numbers on your videos spike up. No matter how popular you are, no matter how great you are, you'll see that number spike up, and then you'll see it come right back down. Sometimes it goes down to zero and it's just like flat lines. So what you want to do to help keep that content alive, especially if it's really good content, if you had a lot of people looking at that content on your page and you had a lot of people engaging, you know it's dope content. Don't waste it by letting it sit there on Facebook. Download it from Facebook and put it over on YouTube. Because on YouTube, number two search engine, remember, YouTube, it can now get found. People can now see it based on the hashtags or based on you're still put some descriptions and the keywords. So now people can find it when they're looking for it, because a lot of times what we're saying, it's evergreen stuff anyway. Like it's stuff that's good today, good tomorrow, good next year. So if you've got that kind of content, then you want that over on YouTube so somebody can find it today, someone can find it tomorrow, and someone can find it next year. So that is the other reason why you want to take it from Facebook and put it onto YouTube. And then once it's on the YouTube, we go back to putting it on our site and embedding it on our site. So like I said, I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit of the reasons why I'm going to be moving around more of my content. I've been doing this with my content. I have a podcast episode actually that used to be a live. It's a podcast episode about Tyler Perry last year when he made the big speech on BT about making your own table, and everybody was all excited. I went on a little rant on Facebook because I do that. Went on a little rant on my page, and it did really well. It did great, and the numbers went woo all the way up. And then within a couple of days, flat line. So what did I do? I took that particular video. I decided to take out the audio from the video, put the audio on my podcast. So it's now a podcast episode, which sits on my site. My podcast also lives on my site. So a podcast episode, put it there. And to this day, I am still getting people to listen to that same thing that's on Facebook. Mind you, right now on Facebook, it is flatlined. But on my podcast, it has gotten a whole new life, a whole new breath. And to this day, it's still getting people to come in, listen to it, download my thing for it, and all the other type of stuff. And I know someone's going to say, but Killa, I've been told that you shouldn't put Facebook Lives on YouTube, or you shouldn't put this on your site. Like, you've been told all these things. And here's the thing. If you are a pro YouTuber and all you're doing is YouTube videos, or if you are a pro anything and that's all you got time to do and you got time to make all these separate pieces of content, have at it. Go for it. But what I'm going to tell you, especially if you've got good content, is that it is much more important to have valuable content on your site and on your page and on your Facebook and on your YouTube than it is to make sure that you don't have talking to people while they're coming in. I do try to, so if it's like depending on the video, I try to make sure I get right to the topic when I jump in. So I don't sit there and wait for people for 5 minutes. I don't do that. I start talking and telling the story of why I'm talking about this. And so at least people, as they're coming in, there's a little bit of intro. So my videos start like right there at the very beginning. And then I talk and I jump in, like I look at the comments in between, like very strategically. So I'm not, hey girl, hey, in my entire video. So it's a little cleaner. And then at the end, I'll do a Q&A. Unless somebody comes with a really good question, I might jump off and do like a little question. But believe me, if you've got good content, if you yourself are like nice and engaging and happy and looking and stuff like that, people are going to watch it no matter where it is. Is it nicer to do just only YouTube videos and not have that stuff? Yeah. But is it nicer to have something out there? It's much nicer than having zero on your site or very little on your site. And definitely, if you've got this content that you've already created, it is really much nicer than letting it live, like die off on Facebook and not live somewhere else. So, although I know the YouTube gurus are going to come after me and say, don't put Facebook stuff on YouTube, I'm going to tell you, if it's between nothing or a very little something and putting a Facebook Live on YouTube, put the Facebook Live on YouTube. Just do it. People want to hear from you. People want the answers and the information that you provide. And if you keep waiting to make it perfect, it's never going to get there. Or like you might have just said, like, I know with me, I see some really good stuff on Facebook. Like when I'm live, because I'll be answering a question, I'll be talking about something, and I say some really good stuff. And I might not say it again when I'm in front of the screen and it's all like, ready, scripted, and all of that type of stuff. Not that I have a script, but I have like a little notes. I might not say the same thing. So believe me, people want your stuff. And if it's got to come from Facebook, they'll take it. If it's got to come from, from YouTube to your site, they'll take it. People want your stuff, and think about that before you say, oh no, I can't. It's got to be perfect. It's got to be this. It's got to get out there. It's got to get out there. And that should be our number one priority. So I hope this helped you. I hope this freed somebody. I will see you guys in the next video. And yes, head on over to girlgetvisible.com/challenge to sign up for my current challenge or get on the wait list for the next one, because I'm offering challenges for you guys all throughout the year. All right. Bye, guys.